Some people come, wallahi, they spent half an hour making wudu. Half an hour. Even if you're in a river, the river is going to run out of water. What is this? But I say to them, always suggest to Muslims not to go to psychologists or psychiatrists that are not Muslims. It's very bad.
Of similar questions in Instagram regarding the issue of mental health, the mental illness. What does Quran say about the mental illness? Is there any solution in the Quran how we deal with mental health or mental illness?
Mental illness is like physical illness. You get a virus, you get microbes, you get bacteria infection. This is happening to your body. Also, mental illness, you have a lot of depression, you have sadness. Nowadays, they have more and more bipolar, borderline illness, etc. And all of these may not be mentioned in the Quran. In the Quran, it's in the Sharia, it says either you're sane or insane. There's nothing in between. So you cannot come and say, oh Sheikh, I have rage issues, so I may hit or kill someone, but alhamdulillah, I am mentally unstable, so I can run away with it. No, you can't. Are you sane? I said, yes, but I have rage issues, I have mental illnesses, I take Prozac, I have depression. You're sane. Chop his head off. If you're insane, yes, you're unaccountable. This is why the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, the pen of accountability is uplifted from 3. An insane person until he regains his sanity. So mental illness is there. But I always suggest to Muslims not to go to psychologists or psychiatrists that are not Muslims. It's very bad. They will immediately put you on medication, opioid, and things that would make you addictive. It would make you high, which is, but it is very bad on the long term. Most of these people, and 80% of the counseling sessions I have is for OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. They have problems with shirk thoughts. Sheikh, I say Shahadah 50 times a day. Every time I say something, I smiled. Did I commit kufr? Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. I go and take shower. Someone said something, I don't know, maybe it's kufr. I say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. People get Waswas in answering the call of nature. Splashes, wudu. Some people come, wallahi, they spent half an hour making wudu. Half an hour. Even if you're in a river, the river is going to run out of water. What is this? And I say to them, this is, I have to go to a psychiatrist, and they have, no need. Your treatment is in 5 minutes. How much water did the Prophet use, alayhi salatu wasalam? 0.7 liter for wudu. Yani, maybe 1 or 1.5 of this bottle for wudu. How much water do you use? Oh, 10 gallons. You know more than the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam? He said, no. Khalas, this is not Islam you're practicing. They never think like this because shaitan comes and blocks their intellect. They cannot think. My job is to open your eyes only. So mental illness is there, but go to a Muslim therapist, psychiatrist, who will never give you medication unless you 100% need it. And he will not say to you, oh, Freud said this, and Durkheim said that, and the kafir psychologist or socialist people said this and that. No, he would only use with you what is Islamically accepted.
He says the word of kufr, and he doesn't know how to act upon it and something around these lines. And I told him that I received this same question from him today on my website, and it was answered, I think, yesterday or today. So he will get it in the email. But mainly speaking, this is a common, frequently asked question by a lot of the youth, a lot of the Muslims. Shaitan, Satan, the devil messes up with your mind. And I always tell this to people when we have a long counseling session or a conversation, that shaitan looks inside of you, knows what goes into your head. And if he sees that you're keen and you love Allah Azza wa Jal, you're keen on religion, and you're fearful of hellfire and wishful of paradise, he increases the dosages of extremism. So he tells you that better safe than sorry. What you've done might be kufr. What you've done might make you an apostate. What to do? Say the Shahadah, say La ilaha illallah, get back into Islam, repeat the wudu, repeat the ghusl, spend half an hour in the toilet answering the call of nature. And this is how he works. So how to defeat this? With knowledge. If you know the basics of Islam, of the purity of Aqeedah, the basics, you will be able to confront and fight him. If you get a counseling session with someone who's older than you, wiser, knowledgeable, you can do this with the Imam of the masjid. You tell him what you feel, what you're suffering from, and he will communicate with you, inshallah, in 15, 20 minutes, and it's gone and over with. But you need to converse with someone. You need to talk to someone who could identify your problem and then solve it for you. So many of these things that people think it is kufr, it's actually not. So what to do? Akhi, you have OCD. You have whispers of shaitan in your head. So the default is that what you have said or done or heard is not kufr until proven otherwise. And this is how you defeat shaitan. Because everything he's going to say to you, it is this or that. And I always tell people when they talk to me, I said, Akhi, you probably were born out of wedlock. Your mom did not marry your father before she conceived you. And the guy is, how do you say such a thing? I said, maybe, there's a possibility. So is it a fact that whenever there's a possibility that I should give it some weight? No. The default is that your father married your mother, that you were born legitimately, and this is all what people know about. Now, to prove this otherwise, it has to be proven. Give me evidence. And likewise with words of kufr, likewise with waswas, and so on.